Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me personally, my name is Tom Uecker, and I'm the athletic director here at Fenimore High School. Tonight I'm going to cover several of the major components of the athletic code of conduct that we are implementing here at Fenimore High School. Following this presentation, I'll take time to answer any of the questions you might have regarding the policies that we are putting in place. Please refer to the handout you received tonight with the new athletic code of conduct adopted by our school board. So what is the purpose of this new policy? I'd like to emphasize that co-curricular activities in our school districts are a supplement to the regular academic requirements at Fenimore High School. Through these activities, we are able to maximize the educational process for our student body. All participants, including the parents, coaches, and spectators, must all have an understanding of this document as they are all actively involved in such activities. Accurate explanation and execution of these policies will encourage positive community involvement at all of our school activities. This code of conduct is important to the overall mission of our school district. I'd like to emphasize to everyone in attendance tonight that participation in co-curricular activities is only one part of the entire educational process. It is vital that we all understand this policy and the impact it will have on our community. This process involves a comprehensive approach to presenting this information through our student handbooks, local newspapers, and school media. Implementation of this code of conduct will provide all stakeholders within the athletic department the ability to achieve excellence in all of our endeavors. Our administration will emphasize the importance of sportsmanship as it pertains to everyone involved in athletics. Not only our student athletes, but coaches, administrators, spectators, and visitors. How we choose to conduct ourselves at athletic contests will speak volumes as to how people perceive our school and community. Ethical conduct and fair play for all participants and spectators will be promoted. Coaches and parents should realize that the impact that we have on our student athletes while they are in our schools can have a lasting effect on these individuals throughout their life. Throughout the school district and our community, we need to develop an awareness for what the rules of competition may be. Included in this development is the understanding of these rules and policies and how they might be interpreted by coaches, players, or officials during a contest. The purpose of our activities program is to promote the physical, mental, moral, social, and emotional well-being of individual participants. This relates to our comprehensive approach to education we spoke about earlier. All members of the community are affected by school activities. We all have a stake in the success of our students. Coaches must instill proper practice habits to maximize time and effort. Coaches should be teaching techniques that have participant safety in mind at all times. We want our coaches to have the future of the student participant in mind throughout all aspects of instruction. Specialization in single sports or other activities does not follow the idea of a well-rounded educational experience. As the athletic director, I encourage student athletes to participate in as many activities as possible. This involvement will provide leadership opportunities and social development for everyone involved. I'd like to encourage multiple activities to maximize student-athletes' educational experiences. True sportsmanship is at the core of the Code of Conduct. As the host for a visiting school, we are welcoming other communities into our town. Treat visiting players, coaches, and spectators in a way that promotes positive support for everyone involved. Officials are to be held in the highest regard. Many officials choose to be involved in athletics for the love of sport, not financial gain. Respect must be given to anyone that is overseeing an event. Actions and attitudes of all spectators and parents leaves a lasting impression on other communities. This speaks to the fact that everyone involved has a stake in these events. I want all of our participants to understand the 4 areas that student athletes represent our school and community. During competition, good athletes are respectful towards their teammates, opponents, and officials. They abide by all the rules of the game and are modest in victory, but gracious in defeat. Second, on school grounds, good athletes should set an example of good citizenship for their classmates. They should help promote school spirit, and they should be positive leaders in school activities. Third, in the classroom, good athletes show respect for teachers and their fellow students. They should maintain good attendance, satisfactory academic grades, and satisfactory citizenship standards. Finally, while traveling with their teams or anywhere in public, athletes conduct in such that they are good representatives of their community, school, and team. Athletes are to be conscious of their appearance and manners at all times. School facilities need to be taken care of to protect the community investment toward education. Littering and public defamation of school property will not be tolerated. Outstanding facilities are a great reflection of a committed community and effective administration. Set an example as we travel to other communities for away contests. In return, they might do the same for us. Referring to the athletic department mission statement, which is in your handout, we can define how we rate the success of our athletic department. Judge true success on the basis of the effort, attitude, and sportsmanship of all participants and spectators, rather than on the basis of a win or loss. Ultimately, we need to examine how our student athletes are benefiting from their involvement, not how many games are won or lost. This athletic code of conduct has already been researched, debated, and adopted by our community school board. It is their intention to implement this new policy at the start of this coming school year. We will utilize school publications such as programs for athletic events and district newsletters that get distributed monthly to display and discuss various aspects of this code. When students register for classes for the fall, this policy will be printed in the student handbooks and reviewed by coaches and homeroom teachers periodically throughout the year. There is also a link to this policy on the district website so that this document is always available to the community. Enforcement of this policy will require involvement from all of the stakeholders within the athletic department. As athletic director, it is my responsibility to address any and all infractions of this policy within 72 hours of their documentation. It is vital that we encourage our coaching staff and players to report incidents or violations in order to ensure that this policy does what it is intended to do. Finally, as spectators at our athletic events, I encourage all of you to show your support for our athletic department by communicating the major points of this policy to those that might not understand why we are putting this policy in place.